I'm Judy Shah for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Anand Shah. He is co-founder and CEO at Databook. Anand, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks very much, Judy, for having me. It's been great seeing the New York Stock Exchange live.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to talking with you, but before we do that, just a quick note to viewers. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, Anand, tell me about Databook. What do you do?
Sure, so Databook is a strategic relationship management platform, or SRM for short. We help some of the largest B2B companies in the world improve their sales productivity. So companies like Microsoft, Salesforce, Databricks, they all use Databook to help them understand their buyers' needs. And then they connect their solutions so they make sure they have a tailored solution every single time. When companies have been using Databook, they typically get twice as large deal sizes, about 3 times more pipeline, and about 15% faster sales cycles.
So now tell me, what are the biggest challenges that salespeople face today?
Well, there's a myriad of challenges right now. The world of sales is extremely important to all companies around the world. They have to be driving more top-line growth for them to sustain their business. And with the volatility in the markets today, this is really difficult. Buyers have a wealth of information about companies, about solutions, and actually, they only spend about 5%, the sellers only spend about 5% of their time with a customer during their buying cycle. But when they spend more time with them and they understand their business, they find that their win rates, their conversion rates, their deal sizes, their sales cycles improve dramatically when they're doing that. So we're really helping these salespeople understand their customers better, talk their language, and be more productive.
All right, so Anand, give me some examples of teams solving these challenges using Databook.
So I'll give you one example. We've got a customer who's a sales rep at a large technology company, and one of his customers was a regional bank, and he noticed that whilst they were serving the technology team with a very technical solution, he did a little bit of research, understood that this bank was actually losing out in their residential mortgages business. Revenue was declining in that area relative to their other regional banks who they were competing with. So he brought this information to the IT team, who then immediately took them to the regional bank director and said, how can we go and help you improve residential mortgage rates with new risk analytics solutions? The business was done within a very short period of time, about $1 million worth of business, but they were really helping the bank drive after a new revenue line for about $75 million. And the real winner in this was the end consumer, especially with inflation rates so high today and interest rates so high. The end consumer was now getting more access to home loans and housing loans because the bank was able to correctly predict the risk on that. The bank was making money and this technology company was making money. So win-win-win situation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so how will advancements in AI change the future of B2B sales, and what should we be looking for?
There's a lot of hype right now around AI, especially with things like ChatGPT and OpenAI. We do some partnerships with OpenAI as well. I think there's probably 2 ways to think about this. There's these high complex, high value transactions that is the typical B2B, large $150,000 or more, millions dollars kind of sales cycles. And then you have these smaller deal cycles, less than that. I think AI is going to rapidly transform the smaller, less complex ones, how people buy, how they configure, how they deploy those solutions. Think about how we have our iPhones and we've automatically bought iCloud, for example, as a solution. These larger organizations now need to go up the food chain, have more strategic conversations with their customers. And that's where I think the human skill is going to be even more important. But AI is going to help them do superhuman things much faster. So that's really where an example would be, if you must have seen the Avengers and you've probably heard of Jarvis the computer who's giving advice to Iron Man. Think about the future where the future seller is now getting a supercomputer in their pocket, helping them understand their customers' needs, asking the right questions, being really sensitive to their needs, and then supporting them with a very unique opportunity to improve the business value in their company.
All right, well, Anand, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.